All right, check it out. Something a little bit different on the channel. I believe this is going to be only my third review from Red Lobster. And that's funny because I love lobster. I could eat lobster every day, Maine lobster. But Red Lobster, it just had, you know what I'm saying. If you know, you know. I prefer to go to a place like a seafood spot, like a mom and pop type place, or a place on the ocean, maybe up there in Maine. I've done it a couple times. But look at this big bag. Big bag alert, because I am trying the Lobster Flatbread, because they just brought back their Lobsterfest, and I really wanted to get the lobster roll, but that thing was $30.99. There are some legit Maine lobsters from like mom and pop shops, legit, that are less. I haven't seen the size. I don't want to talk bad about it. But whatever the case, we're trying the Lobster Flatbread. I'm so skeptical of this. We're going to check it out. Cue the intro. What is up, everyone? It is the endorsement, and it is time for another review. This is where I try something and tell you if you should like it or not. I could be very persuasive. Let me just tell you something. This is a big bag, and it was $16.49. Shout out Alicia, hooking me up with the bag, and I had perfect timing. Walked right in, and it was ready. But this is, holy mackerel! You got a heads up because you've already seen the thumbnail. I haven't even, as you saw, I didn't even open the bag yet. So I'm not even going to throw this bag because it's so big. But for $17, that's the size right there. I want to see a lot of lobster, because it is saying it's also Maine and langostino lobster. And if you're familiar with langostino, they're like the parmesan lobster, these little bits. Sometimes I'll buy them frozen at the grocery store and thaw them out and throw them in some type of stir fry. But here it is, Maine and langostino lobster with mozzarella, parmesan, fresh tomatoes, and sweet basil. I have such a thought process in my head about Red Lobster. I haven't been to Red Lobster in years. I don't remember the last time I ate inside. All right, it's okay, it's well done. I didn't ask them for that, but there's a decent amount of stuff on there, and it is definitely toasted pretty good. So there it is. Let's take a bite. All right, check it out. I just filmed the thumbnail, so the difference, you can probably tell, I shot a little close-up. So that's definitely Maine lobster, and then the langostinos are kind of smaller and kind of scattered through. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 legit chunks. Or I'm saying chunks, but let's get this slice out. Hold on. I had to have you hold on because it wasn't cut all the way through. Oh, look at that piece of, that's a langostino, I believe, hanging for dear life. But there it is, up close and personal. I'm at Red Lobster eating a flatbread. There is the underside of, oh, it's not, that's a tomato. From the back. You ever see something from the back and it's not what it appears? Just saying, that happened to me with that tomato. All right, so there it is. What are we gonna think about this? Lobster flatbread with tax over $17. This should have lobster bisque, which they do have on the menu for Lobsterfest, for a little dip. This should be a little dip, but it is what it is. Wish me luck. Okay. It's not bad. It's definitely overpriced. I need a little bit more of the Maine lobster. But the flavor on that with the sweet basil. Usually, like 99.9% of the time, lobster and cheese does not go together. I reviewed a lobster quesadilla from, what was the name of it? what was the name of it? The Mystic Lobster Company, I think it was called, last year. And that was weird because it was lobster in a quesadilla with all that mozzarella cheese. This is a similar type of feeling. But I'm going to tell you, the flatbread, like the actual flatbread, the texture and everything rivals what Panera's putting out. I'll give you that, which is insane because this is Red Lobster. Have you noticed too? The lobster hat. Name that minor league team. Listen, I mean, hold on. I am not hating it. Do I want more lobster? Of course. Does it have a decent flavor? Believe it or not, yes. Believe it or not, yes. Am I surprised? 100%. One more close up. Check it out. A couple bites. I'm going to try a piece of the lobster right here at the end. The texture's good. The flavor's decent. With the sweet basil and the tomato and everything else going on in the bread, the lobster gets a little bit lost. But let me take this. Is this a decent piece right here? No, let's take this one right here. Try not to get much cheese, if any. There's a piece of Maine lobster right there. Let me go. There's another one. I mean, it's not like right off the boat, obviously, fresh tasting from like Maine, but I think this should be $14.99 out the door with the amount of the lobster I'm getting on this. $17 with tax, pushing it a little bit, but the flavor, the presentation, I guess I like that it's cooked just a little bit more, kind of well done. There it is. Wow. It's going to be a weird rating though, because you're saying lobster, and I'm a lobster snob. I'm a pizza snob, and I'm a lobster snob. I've eaten the best of both of them, I feel. 1 to 100. The lobster flatbread over at Red Lobster. Do a shot every time I said lobster in this video. You're on the floor. Thank me in the morning. 1 to 100. I'm going to go solid. I'm going to go 81 on this. I didn't think this was getting out of the 60s or 70s. But that's like Minnesota in the fall. Not getting out of the 60s or 70s. I just thought of that on the fly. Whether that works or not, I don't know. So there you go. That's my review. Another one in the books. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, please do not forget to check me out on Instagram and Twitter. That is social media, getting the word of my channel out to the masses. In closing,